on, guys? I'm Josh.
And I'm Kate.
And this is Pilot Error's 100th episode.
Woo!
Woo! Kate seems unenthused.
I actually can't believe it. We've been doing this for how long now? 4 years or something?
Yeah, we're bad at this.
It's ridiculous. I'm excited though. No, I am excited. This is a big day.
Huge day.
So we thought we'd record us visually as well as audibly.
Good job. Yeah, first video episode.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of fun. People can see what we actually look like. Well, actually, no. I don't usually have this much makeup on and shit, and I'm not usually dressed nicely. I'm usually looking like absolute crap.
I do look like this, unfortunately.
No, you groomed.
Yeah, I think the only difference is that, we're not wearing tracksuit pants. Spoiler alert, we usually wear tracksuit pants.
Yep.
But we're in a pandemic for ages, so as if you're not wearing tracksuit pants.
Yeah, get fucked.
So because it's episode 100, we thought we may as well do something at all. And instead of watching a show, we're going to go through our top 10 and our bottom 5 shows that we watched over the last 100 episodes. Plus or minus a few lost episodes.
Yeah, I think this is going to be good. I didn't really enjoy last time when we went through every single episode, every single show we watched for the
Well, that
whole
was 'cause
first 50.
We were like, didn't keep watching that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that sucked.
What the fuck was that? Don't
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
And we couldn't even be bothered Googling the things we couldn't remember.
What is Google?
We are professional. We should just get into it.
All right, what are we starting with? The top or the bottom?
I think we should do the top because everybody wants to hear the bottom. So we'll force them to listen to the top.
Yeah, that's true.
So here is our top 10. Starting at number 10, Silicon Valley.
Yeah, I mean, we started watching this fairly recently, didn't we?
We started watching it again.
Yeah. I had never seen it before. You'd seen it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bit of fucking fun, right? Easy watching. The characters are awful, but also lovable at the same time.
They are terrible, yeah.
But yeah, I find it's really funny. There's a lot of very good jokes in there. Very relatable content, I guess. It's all tech, because we're real tech savvy.
I am not. I own a computer and 2 cameras.
So yeah, why did we put this at number 10 and not a bit higher up, do you reckon?
Probably because there was 9 shows that were better than this.
You're a fucking dog. I'm trying to do my job here.
Yeah, and I'm trying to do my job here, which is being a prick.
True. What do you want to say about Silicon Valley?
It can be a bit of a slog. Sometimes I wouldn't watch 5 episodes of it in a row. Because I feel so bad about all these people. Because they're not good people.
No.
It's not like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where you're not supposed to root for them. But because they're awful people. This is they're awful people, but you're kind of supposed to root for them.
Yeah.
And they continue to do awful things.
Yeah.
And I can't suspend my disbelief for more than an hour at a time.
I'm not sure what we rated this when we actually did the episode, but are we going to do another little mini rating, just an overall for each of these?
Nah.
Nah? Okay.
Nah. We gave it a position, so.
All right, so it gets.
I think we just need to explain why it's there.
Yeah.
Better than my explanation of there was better shit on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did continue watching it. I think that's important.
Mm-hmm. I think we watched a whole season, didn't we?
We finished season 1,
Got
yes.
to season 2, and then, I don't know, just started watching
Lost,
which is now fucking... Anyway, we can get to that later. Is it even on this list?
Well, we'll work it out later. That's the only one that I could remember out of 10 without looking at the list.
Yeah, I was like, how are you remembering these? You memorized it.
We've got it written in this pad that's pretty fucked. It looks like I flushed it down the toilet or something. I think we dropped it on the floor. And it had a blanket on it and we've stamped on it a few times.
Oh yeah, I
looks
probably
fucked.
spilt a drink on it or something.
But it's also fine because I wrote it, so it looks shit already. So number 9, Umbrella Academy.
Ah. We made this list a couple of weeks ago and I've completely forgotten what's on it. So this is a surprise for me.
That's probably a good thing.
I'm like, ooh.
That makes it more fun.
Well, you just read it before this, right?
I have read 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
They're not in an order on the... They're not in order on the pad, so it's actually very difficult to find out which one goes in what order.
You've got to look and be like, oh, which one? It's all scribbled on there, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've also written it in quite shorthand, so I'm like,
a car.
I just wrote umbrella.
Umbrella. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
No, this is a cool show. Adapted from the graphic novel, illustrated by Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance.
I don't know if it's illustrated by Gerard Way. I think the story is written by Gerard Way. I don't know if
you're right. He did write. He wrote the story. He didn't illustrate it.
Yeah.
My bad. I forgot which way around it was. But yeah, enjoyed this. Elliot Page does a great job.
An excellent job.
And yeah, it's just a fun story. It's a bit fucked, which we always love.
Oh, it's so fucked. I loved the climax of season 1.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for it and you had no idea.
I had no idea what was going to happen.
It's pretty rough.
You're talking about when she slits her sister's throat?
Yes, she is.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved that part. I was so shocked.
It gets you.
I love those shocking moments in TV.
I got to say, there's a lot more shocking moments in the graphic novel.
Yeah.
Can gain some stuff from reading it. I mean, unless you like Klaus, realistically, because you're not in it a lot.
Oh, really?
But it does a lot more different stuff than it did in this. Like, number 5 shoots Elliot Page plays to get the female character in the show, to get her to stop what she's doing, just fucking caps her. Because it's way faster.
Well, yeah.
Like, there are certain
Choices.
things... Yeah, there are certain things that they've sort of left out.
Yeah.
It's
You've got to
fine.
simplify it, though.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
And that's totally chill.
Yeah.
I don't mind. It's very easy to see them as separate things because they haven't tried to stick to it too tight in other ways.
Mm.
So it's done a really good job of adapting it.
Yeah, it was a good adaptation. I can't speak today. Like, I can't pronounce words.
Terrible day for this.
Yeah. Season 2 came out as well, right?
Yes, I think we're most of the way through it. We
Yeah.
kept getting distracted by, like, The Boys.
They came out around the same time, and it's like The Boys is just like a better version of this.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, solid show. And we kept watching it and would recommend it to people. So
Absolutely would
that's
recommend
why
it.
it's number 9.
That's why it's in the top 10, yeah. Number 8. Sorry, I gotta find it.
Fucking hell.
No, number 8 is Dark Tourist.
Oh, bit of a documentary entry into the top 10.
Documentary entry.
Documentary entry. This is not
Fucked
good.
it up on the second one.
This is not good for my pronunciation.
You
problems.
got it. I believe you.
Documentary entry. Hey,
She's got it.
bit of a tongue twister.
She's fucking back, guys.
She's back. Yeah, this was just really interesting and a different take on these kind of, I don't know, intense documentaries that, they talk about some pretty fucked up shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I guess this came into our top because of the host, right? That was the best part.
Yeah, David Ferrier is amazing. And if you haven't seen his full-length documentary Tickled, I would 100%
Yeah.
recommend that you watch that.
Yeah, he's really good. What do you call him? Like an
Investigative journalist.
investigative journalist.
It's sort of like Louis Theroux.
Yeah.
They're very close, but David brings a little bit more emotion into what's happening than Louis. Not a lot. They still are like two robots sort of walking around, but that's part of it.
Yeah.
But you can sort of tell how David feels, whereas Louis is just like just blank all the time.
For sure. What was your favourite one of these episodes? Do you remember?
Oh, that's hard because they're excellent, but they're so fucked. Like when he pays to do a fake Mexican border crossing at night.
Oh, yeah. I don't understand that.
Yeah, like that's fucked. And they go to like radioactive areas in Chernobyl and like, nah.
Yeah. And yeah, that one was really fucked when they're looking at the readings and stuff. And it's like, you should not be here. Like, if you're here for, like, more than 5 minutes, then basically you're going to die in 10 years. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
I'm like, I'll pay for that.
Yeah.
Pay to die. A horrible, horrible death.
But I mean, like, someone's got to do it, right?
No.
Well, not really.
No one
but,
has
like,
to do it.
But it's interesting for the audience, obviously, because we don't want to do that.
Oh, there's no fucking way.
But no, I'd love to go back and watch a bit more of that guy. Like, he's probably done more stuff since.
Oh, I follow him on the gram.
Oh, yeah? So
He's so funny.
Is he working on anything at the moment? Do you
I
know?
can't tell because he posts really random shit.
Oh, okay.
But
Sounds about right.
I would also recommend that you follow David on Instagram because it's so weird. Like, just random things that happen in his life. Because one day he'll be like, saw this dog. And there's another day he's like, I'm on a wanted poster in my town.
What?
because I got confused with someone else, and you're just like, what the fuck, David? Like,
What is this guy's life?
It is weird,
It's intense.
but
Intense.
intense. Very intense.
Yeah. Would recommend.
100% check it out.
Number 8. Love it.
I found it. Number 7 is Invincible.
Ah, yes.
A bit of a rough choice. I think everybody knows that The Boys is going to be on this list. It's more about where.
Yeah.
So it was hard for us to accept putting more than one superhero thing on the list. Because there's always that inclination. Yes, this should be the best 10 things. But we don't want to put like 10 of the same shit.
Yeah, we tried to do a little bit of a variety.
But we couldn't leave it off.
No.
We just said, oh, it's animated. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just put it on.
So, yeah, you mentioned The Boys. Like, it's kind of like the animated version of The Boys. Just very violent, graphic.
Super
adult,
tense.
Yeah, tense, sort of adult animated superhero thing. I don't know, like, what's so good about it? I just get really good vibe. Like, when I think about it, I'm like, yes.
Well, what, there was episode 1 where they like suck you in, where they do the whole episode is fine, and then at the end he just fucking kills everyone.
Yeah, that pilot was amazing. Like, I remember us raving about that when we watched it.
Yeah. The kid going through his life normally and trying to like become a superhero or whatever, and they introduce like all these other characters because, you know, his dad murdered everybody. And then it's like this tense thing about whether he finds out or not, and his dad's actually training him, and then at the end of the season, it's just his dad explaining like why he does it or whatever. So that's the whole thing. You're just like, why did he do that? It doesn't make any sense. And you're like trying to like work it out yourself.
The whole like last couple of episodes were so fucking intense. Like, you felt so much emotion. Like, I think I even cried watching that. Did I?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past you.
No, I think I did. Like,
You're a fucking sook.
I am so no, but it's so intense. And to feel like that from, you know, like an animated thing is...
They did well.
Yeah. Are they going to do another season of that?
It has been approved for season 2.
Okay.
But I have no idea when it's going to come out.
Yeah, definitely keen for that.
But obviously we'll watch it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, number 6.
Boop, boop.
I think it's going to be pretty controversial how low in the list we put this.
Really?
People are going to be annoyed.
What is it?
It is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh. Well, yeah, I feel like we kind of like put this down a little bit because we're like, oh, it's a really old show. Like, I don't know, at least that's how I feel. Like,
Well, they're still making it.
I know, but I just feel like a lot more, I don't know, emotionally invested and attached to more recent shows in a way.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
It did like swap networks and it did some weird stuff and I don't know, but I understand that it's one of those things for people sort of like The Office.
Yeah.
Where people just watch it and then when they finish watching it, they just start it again.
100%.
And I get that and it's hilarious and I really love it. But like, I get over it occasionally.
Yeah.
I could not just sit there and watch it on repeat all day, every day. There's no way in hell.
Neither, because it definitely has like a certain tone. After a while, it does get a bit tiring.
It's got a lot of energy that I don't have.
Yeah.
I do not gel with that amount of energy.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a little bit of a break.
But, not here to shit on it. It's in the top 10.
Yes.
It's a fucking amazing show. It's so funny. If you have not watched it, you have to watch it.
Everyone's seen it, right?
Everyone in it is amazing. All the actors are incredible.
Yeah.
Andy Samberg kills it like always. Every episode is funny. There's no dud episodes. It's definitely worth watching. Right? It depends on who you like, but I love the captain.
Yeah, he's so, like, his sense of humour is so dry. It's so funny.
But I also love Chelsea Peretti.
Yeah.
She's amazing. Rosa.
Yeah, Rose is cool.
All of them are excellent.
Yeah, it's a great cast, and the characters are all super different, but they somehow mesh together so well.
They're best friends.
Yeah, it's really well done. I don't feel like it will, like, really age.
No, I don't think so either.
I just get that feeling, you know, like, you know, Friends, I guess, is kind of like the 90s, one of the 90s equivalents of something like this, you know, like a comedic sitcom that's like kind of set in one place, right?
Yeah, but now Friends is problematic.
Exactly, but then it's aged like super poorly. But if you watch this in like 20 years, is it going to be offensive, do you reckon? I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows where we're going to be in 20 years?
I don't know.
I was
Maybe
about to go
rating.
down a dark path, and I was like, oh no, don't go there.
Don't
Kate.
do that. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, maybe rating pizza will be offensive, or I don't know, liking food from other countries will be offensive or something.
Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. But definitely worth checking out if you haven't. I don't know why you haven't if you haven't. What is wrong with you? Come on.
Yeah,
Join the rest of society.
It's definitely one of the best, like, is it a sitcom? I guess.
Yeah, well, it's situational comedy, so...
It's one of the best sitcoms that's come out in our lifetime, I would say.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
At least made for our generation.
Yeah.
I found it.
I wanted to do, like, the countdown music.
Boo.
Oh, what is this like? Dun, 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 dun. It's so intense. Like, I'd get so stressed if I was sitting there. They're like, do this maths problem. That's like, dun, 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 dun. I'm like, ah.
I don't know, is that sound playing in the studio? I don't know. Is it added later?
I don't know. I think because that helps them know, like, how much time they have left.
But it's a lot.
Yeah, it's so stressful. Anyway, what is number 5?
Oh, she got it.
I got it. Almost said 6, but I didn't.
Do you want to do a fancy number 5 announcement?
No, number 5.
Fucking love it.
Is that what you wanted?
That's, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I wanted you to put your own spin on it, and you did.
No,
it was
okay.
excellent. Number 5 was something that we watched on a recommendation. Binged the entire thing. We're not bingers. We just sat there and watched it, and we were, like, excited to watch it, which is something really strange for
I'm
us.
just looking blankly, like,
Yeah, I
at the
know.
camera. I'm like,
I'm going to say it, and you're
I
just going to be like,
don't
oh,
know
yeah,
what you're talking about.
the realization is going to wash over your face. Number 5's Owl House.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, this was recommended by my good friend Shell Boss. Oh, someone got a shout out in the fucking 100th episode. Look.
Oh, I'll edit it out.
Oh.
Hey, Shelby.
Oh, no, don't do that. Edit that out. That's rude.
She'll like that more than anything else about this episode.
So this was, like another animated thing on Disney Plus, right?
Yes.
And it's like an original, very new. It only came out like a few months ago or something. I wasn't really expecting a whole lot, but just super lovable characters. The main, what's the name of the main girl? Do you remember?
No.
But she's super cool. She basically just like goes into this kind of fantasy land and is living there, becoming like a witch's apprentice kind of thing, going to school, and
Yay.
she just gets into all these like, I don't know, situations. Obviously every episode is just like she's getting into trouble and
Yeah, it's a kid show.
just fucking around, but it's just like a little bit, it's a bit deeper, like it's got some really nice themes behind it, and it's like very progressive, and I just think it's a really nice thing for kids to watch.
Yeah, I thought it was excellent. Handled all of the things that it wanted to handle really well.
Mm.
And it made you like all of the characters and like understand where they were coming from. And it built on itself like it should have. It wasn't like every episode's the same.
Yeah.
But also the jokes were fucking amazing.
Some really good script.
Just one of those classic, like, my favorite character is like the door.
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing to say about a show.
Well, he's like the owl house, right?
Yeah, it's the house.
Yeah.
The house's face is the door.
Yeah.
But, like, fucking, like, sad. Like, one of those characters who, it's funny how depressing their life is, but they, like, love it.
Yeah.
So good.
It's clever. Yeah, I'd recommend this to anyone. Like, obviously it's made for kids, not like Invincibles. Like, that's not made for kids, obviously.
I love how you always say Invincibles.
Sorry, Invincible.
Like it's the Incredibles.
Whoops, Invincible. But you know what you always say wrong? You
What?
always say Alice in Borderlands.
Is it not?
No, it's Alice in Borderland.
Fucking if
I'm
I know.
pretty sure. Or I don't know, maybe I got it wrong. But regardless, that's something that I think you say wrong.
Getting called out! No, you gotta let me know, because I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably going to keep
there's
saying it because I won't remember that. And by the time they actually make and release season 2,
fucking knew it.
I will have forgotten.
I just went to go look into your camera. I'm like, well, I got one.
Tell
right
them off.
here. Yeah, it's made for kids, but yeah, it's just lovely. It's wholesome. It makes you feel good. It's funny. And if you have kids, fucking get them onto it, because
Then you can watch it as well.
yeah, and it's just like a very nice, open, inclusive show, and I don't know, I think it's really cute.
It was great. And her bloody prom outfit or whatever was so sick.
Oh my god. Tell me about it. Number 4.
Number 4. I just got called out about this, so what show do you think it is?
Alice in Borderlands.
Yeah, I think I put an S on the end of it when I wrote it down as well. The only thing I wrote the whole name for, and I wrote Alice in Borderlands.
Well, now we're probably going to get all these angry comments. It actually probably is Borderlands, and they're going to be like, Kate, you fucking bitch.
They're not going to be aimed at me.
What the fuck are you talking about? It's Alice in Borderlands. Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter, right?
She says after she calls me out.
Invincibles.
Imagine if the Invincible and Incredibles was made into one thing. That'd be pretty fucked. I mean, the third was it the third one? Or the second one? Incredibles. It was the second one, wasn't it?
In what?
The latest one.
No, I think there's 3 movies.
Oh. Was the third one the, like, really dark one?
Maybe. Yeah. When they get, like, old and then they go back to being superheroes. No? Or is that the second one?
I mean, that's the first one.
I don't know. I'm confused.
No, it's the one where, like, Elastigirl's chasing down the guy and he's, like, going on this fucking rant about society.
Oh, yeah. It
and
was
he's just
super
like, oh,
dark. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I forgot about that. Anyway, that's not important.
Sorry, I'm having some real problems with my fucking posture in this. I'm like, oh, my God. I've never been filmed from the side.
You picked a really bad angle.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look...
It's all just going to be all of your, like, lumps. Just
I mean, I don't look good from any angle, but yeah, this is
no, you do, Boogala.
Oh,
you're cute.
Talk about Alice in Borderlands.
Though, because I just redid my hair today and it looks really...
You look fucking hot.
Oh my God, edit that out. That's fucking disgusting. Alice in Borderland is... Fuck off.
It's written here.
You wrote that, and I probably can't even read that. If the people that were watching could try to read your writing, don't show them because then they'll see what's next. It's supposed to be a surprise.
Mate, there's such a bright light there. This is a white pad. You can't see shit.
I guess. I can't fucking see shit. I'm looking at you through a tiny little gap where I can just see like one of your eyeballs.
Should I get my phone and do a POV?
What do you mean?
A POV for everybody.
Oh, to show like what I look like from where you are.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Do you want me to do it too?
Maybe.
All right, let me take a little video.
Just broke my phone, but
You broke it?
just getting it out of my pocket.
All right, so this is what Josh looks like from where I'm sitting.
I feel like this is like stuff we should save in case we make multiples of these.
Multiples of what?
In case we do another video podcast.
Oh, that is not lit well.
There she is.
And just all your fucking clothes are just there. Bit of a mess.
I mean, I could just point this at your desk.
Hey, there's good stuff on my desk.
I made that clay kitten paw.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting off the rails now.
All right, I'm stopping this.
We have not said one word about Alice in Borderland.
Alice in Borderland is the Japanese version of Squid Game.
but also better.
We said it.
I mean, we said it multiple times in the episode about it.
Yeah, and I've also been saying this to everyone. You know, I'm like, oh, Squid Game. I'm like, watch Alice in Borderland. It's better.
It is better.
Yeah, it's better.
They do the games because the guy is amazing, not just because they don't explain the rules.
Yeah, it's a lot more clever and, like, it's more mature. Like, it's just more complex.
Yeah, it's more interesting to watch.
Yeah. And I felt a lot more emotion while I was watching it.
The deaths matter way more.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I cared a lot more when the people died. Like in Squid Game, that episode, you know, that everyone's like, oh, we're so sad. Like, compare that to the fucking episode in Alice in Borderland.
Fuck no, thank you.
No comparison. I fucking cried in Alice in Borderland. I did not cry in fucking Squid Game. But no, it's a similar kind of thing, like games and that, but...
Games and that, I love that.
Games and that.
I think it wins even episode 1, like the fact they just emptied out that fucking street in Tokyo.
So cool.
It was so eerie. It was so eerie. Because we've been there.
Yeah.
And it's not just the crossing. And when the crossing happens, like it's fucking jam-packed. Like you can't walk across it. And somehow nobody bangs into anybody. It's fucking amazing. But the little area that they go like in front of the station, that is... chockers.
Yeah,
and there's like people in costumes with signs on like a fucking Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
It's a crazy place to be.
Yeah, I recommend it to everyone, basically. this show. And I think they're doing another season very soon.
Woohoo!
Should come out next year.
Something about blimps or something now.
Blimps, really?
Yeah, I remember that from the last episode. Cards on blimps.
Cards on blimps. Yes, I remember. Cards on blimps. Yeah, you have to collect cards. So I guess they have to go on blimps to collect cards now.
They don't even know what happens when you get all the cards. They're just assuming that you get to leave.
Yeah. They don't really explain a lot in that show.
But that's the whole point, is that you're supposed to find out. They're not just like, oh, if you win the games, you get money, and then they just don't explain what the games are. They explain the games, and they don't explain why you're doing it.
Yeah, and you never really find out what's happened, do you?
We haven't.
No, not yet. Whereas in Squid Game, you find out pretty much everything, I think, at the end of the
second one.
The first
and they can also leave. And they don't.
Yeah, there's like no stakes. You can just leave.
Dumb.
Oh, God. Yeah, like I would much rather do Squid Game than fucking Alice in Borderland because it'd be fucking easier because you can just leave.
Fucking stupids.
Number 3. Getting to that top spot, top 3.
We're getting there. This would probably be... Let me have a look at the other two before I make any leaps of faith here. Okay, not that, but... For a long time, like a very long time, this was the best Netflix-made show. To this day, I would say it's an amazing show, and you should 100% watch it. And it's got one of our biggest babes in it. I'm talking about The Good Place.
Ah, yes.
That should be on the top 10 all the time.
Every day of the week.
That was one of the best written, best acted, best thought out shows that I've ever seen. Had a dumb character that didn't annoy me and was used in a clever way.
True.
Did a stuck-up character amazingly. And we got to watch Kristen Bell in every episode. And Teddy D.
Yeah. I just think the concept of this show is so cool, you know. Like, it seems like it would be something that's been done before, but it kind of hasn't been done this way.
Not anywhere near like this.
No. You know, like getting into heaven and having points to get into heaven and hell and whatever. Like, it sounds like old news, but the way they've done it in this is just, I don't know, it's so special. So special.
So special.
So special. No, so funny. And how many seasons have they got now? Like 4 seasons or something?
Well, it's over now.
Yeah, it finally finished.
But yeah, it's like, it was weird, wasn't it? There was 4 seasons and then like a little bit extra on the end.
Yeah, there was like an extra 2 or 3 or something that they just released randomly, which was weird. But yeah, we watched all of it. Like, how often do we ever watch a whole fucking show?
It's the last thing where I've been like waiting. That came out like week to week.
Yeah.
And I was fucking there. Like the second it came out, we were on it.
Yeah, I really loved it. Too short, the episodes though. I remember when we were watching it week to week and it was like 20 minutes and we're like, what the fuck? It's over already.
Yeah, I wanted to die.
It was so bad. No, yeah, you guys should definitely watch it. I think that this did very well, this show.
I feel like you've seen it.
Yeah, and it's great that they kind of stopped it, I think. It finished at a good point. If they tried to go any further, it probably would have ruined it.
Yeah.
This kind of show is very, like, finite, you know.
I think it went, like, a little bit, maybe a tiny bit too far.
Too long, yeah.
But, like, the concepts didn't become nonsensical or dumb.
No.
It just maybe went for a little bit long. And it became, like, a bit nuts.
Yeah. It really did spiral a little bit out of control.
But they'd add, like, crazier things as you go, and that was really fun. Like, Purgatory was, like, that woman's house.
Yeah.
And all she wanted to do was do coke.
Yeah.
So good. Excellent show. Excellent.
Well
11
deserved.
out of 10.
Well deserved at number 2.
It was number 3.
Oh, number 3.
Orcs.
Orkies?
Well, I mean, what's going to beat that?
The Boys.
The Boys is going to beat that. So The Boys is number 2. Oh, sorry. No, number 2.
Number 2. The Boys is one of my favourite shows.
Ever?
Yeah, probably.
It's so great. Just a really well thought out, yes, it's a superhero thing, but it's not like any other superhero thing ever.
No.
It's
so dark.
So dark, so excellent. Some of the stuff made me so fucking uncomfortable.
Yep.
But that's the whole point. Like, if you don't want to feel uncomfortable, do not watch this. Don't go anywhere near it. Because it's so fucked.
I just really feel like that this show actually depicts what it would be like if there were superheroes.
It's got to be really close.
Yeah, like they would just become this like commodity that are owned by a massive corporation, and there would be so much fuckery going on, and there would be superheroes that were super evil and like
Of course, because
taking advantage of their situation, and
they would see themselves as better than everybody. And yeah, of course.
Like legit, I think that it's exactly what it would be like.
It's got to be pretty fucking close.
Yeah, which I think makes it even more like emotion driven. Like you just feel. Yeah, it makes you feel shit.
Oh, yeah.
I like to feel shit.
Like awful. Made me feel awful. But it was also so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like even how his girlfriend dies in the first episode.
So cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing that they thought this shit all the way through. Somehow these fucking shit dudes beat a bunch of superheroes. It's amazing.
Yeah. So there's been 2 seasons now, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to have a 3rd season.
Yeah. 3rd season I think will come out very soon, probably next year as well. Pretty pumped for that.
Keen?
Keen as. Yeah, season 2 was like even more insane than season 1, I felt like. Like all the stuff with the new woman. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, that was fucking insanity.
Yeah, like learning about her and where, like her mindset. Like you think, what's his name? Like America.
America. You know that guy, America?
Is it?
That guy. The America.
Yeah, the main guy.
Oh my god, it's been so long since we watched it.
I
as
know.
well.
Well, because it's finished. We haven't watched it for months.
Yeah. Whatever his name is. Liberty Man.
It's not Liberty Man. Anyway, you think he's fucked in season 1.
He's so fucked,
and
though.
then this woman comes in season 2 and you're like, oh, okay, this is even more fucked. Like, I couldn't believe how far they pushed things.
But then you find out stuff about, like, Billy's family.
Yeah.
They make a space for that guy to continue to be just super fucked. So rough. So rough.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I feel like our shows are either like, oh, it's this really great kids show, like it's really fun, and then it's like, it's fucked. You will feel some shit.
Yeah, you will feel terrible.
There's like nothing in between. It's like, yay or fucked.
I know exactly what has made me feel the worst from anything we've watched probably the entire time that we've been making this. Not just for the podcast, but like watching it.
Yeah.
And it's that fucking brand new cherry flavour. That thing. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
That thing. If you've seen brand new cherry flavour, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh my god.
That is the thing that has made me feel so bad.
I think about that a lot.
So much.
But you know, another thing that I think about a lot from The Boys is that similar thing with the gills.
With the gills, yeah.
That I think about that a lot, and it's very, very disturbing to me.
Fuck me.
I don't know what it is about like slits in sides of
It's a
humans.
hole in your side.
Like, I just don't like it. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Let's do number 1.
Right, let's move on to...
Because number 1 is a fuckload more cheery. And I mean, it's something that we were waiting for a long time. Number 1, it's Close Enough.
Yay!
Close Enough is the best show.
It's Josh and I animated.
It's an amazing show. It's J.G. Quintel, of course, if you don't know. So, regular show. So it's... Regular show is like about him in his 20s or whatever, or how he feels about being in your 20s.
Yeah.
And then Close Enough is how you feel about being in your 30s. Mm-hmm. Regular show was off the wall, and it was written about, like...
Animals.
Yeah. They put them in there so they'd make it into unrealistic situations, and then they could go from there.
Yeah.
But Close Enough is just about people in this normal-ish situation, but it's a bit off the wall. And then that stuff, like, just escalates to 1,000.
Yeah. But it does go in the same direction as regular show, where it gets out of the realm of possibility, but it's
so funny. Yeah. The way that they write all this shit is so good. All of the characters are, like, for something like this, they're so well, like, formed.
Oh, yeah.
And thought out. And it's just so fun.
We just relate to it so much because, like, they're basically us.
Yeah, we were raised by Mordecai and Rigby.
Yeah.
And now we've got these other people.
Yeah, it's so nice. Yeah, I find it very comforting to watch, to be honest. Like with regular show, I feel very comforted watching that as well.
Regular show is probably The Office, that I could just start it again and like watch the whole thing on and just keep going back and watching it and keep going back and watching it. But Close Enough is a slightly more grown-up version of that. Like the way that they tackle the topics like the divorce and like having a kid and just drugs.
I guess it's not really made for kids, is it?
No, this one is not. Regular show is a kid show, but it's written so that adults will enjoy it. And this is just like, no, fuck them kids.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
I'm just going to write about myself now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got like the same voice actors and stuff. Like Mordecai is the main guy in this as well.
I think that's JG's voice.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a couple of seasons of that now as well.
They've made 2 seasons.
Yeah. Probably make more, I guess.
I fucking hope so.
Haven't looked that up.
Make as many as regular show. Make fucking 11 and some movies. Like, just do it.
Oh, yeah,
I'll watch
really
all
cool.
of it.
Oh, imagine if they did like a crossover, like a...
That'd be too weird.
No, and
multi-dimensional.
Yeah, like it turns out they're just on different like planes or whatever, and then it crosses over.
Oh, Jesus.
It totally could. They could do that.
100%. I hope they don't.
It might ruin it.
But I do remember the original, like JG's original animation, which you can watch. It's on YouTube. And it's basically about these 2 guys who work at a gas station and they take acid and one of them turns into a blue jay, so that's Mordecai, and one of them turns into a gumball machine, so that's Benson.
Yep.
And then the cops come.
Yep.
And they're just on acid.
So funny.
It is like the same animation, the same characters or whatever, but that's where it was all born.
Yeah, that guy's a genius.
Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing, mate.
Yeah.
I wanted to do honourable mentions before number 1, but I forgot.
Oh, shit.
So let's do honourable mentions. Obviously Lost.
Oh, yeah.
Duh.
So we just didn't chuck that in the top because it's like fucking 20 years old.
It's Lost, yeah.
Yeah, we just started watching this from the start because I thought about it one day and I was like, oh.
You didn't. We watched a fucking video about it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. We watched a video about it and now it's off fucking streaming services.
Yeah,
so
what the fuck?
It just one day it randomly got taken off.
At least we got through season 1.
Yeah, but I wanted to keep watching it.
Fucking me too.
Maybe we'll have to buy the DVD set.
Oh my god.
It's like
why not?
$200.
Why not? It probably won't be. They're probably like, oh, all have lost at $40.
Yeah, on clearance.
Yeah. Everybody knows what happens, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. Another one is, of course, The Sopranos.
Yep.
Similar,
yeah.
Because it's The Sopranos. Just watch the fucking Sopranos. I don't know what else to say about it. And the last one, a bit of a weird one, but we watched all of it. It was quite good. I don't really know why it didn't make it in. I can't remember why it didn't make it in.
Maybe it was something to do with me, so give it to me.
I don't know. It was Upload. It couldn't really go in the top 10 because it wasn't incredible.
I think we were thinking about The Good Place and we were like, oh, they're kind of similar shows.
We can't really have both of that.
Yeah, let's only put one in there.
But the way that they build this relationship between these 2 people is amazing for the show. And the thoughts that go into it are quite good, and the way that they like pay for it, and then it's all also a conspiracy, and like there was a lot of layers.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun to watch, and it was well thought out. And it was kind of funny. Not hilarious, but like a bit funny. But it was mainly about the 2 main characters' relationship and like how that becomes a thing.
Yeah.
And that was like really well thought out, well written, like believable. So
was there only one season of that?
Yeah. Because he gets like put into the cheap people's area, and then he freezes up because he uses all of his data by being shocked one time. Oh, and his girlfriend killed herself.
Oh, yeah. So is there going to be another season or not?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I thought it got renewed, but...
Maybe because of COVID, it just kind of...
Just like everything else, yeah.
Oh, we'll look that up.
So that's the top.
Yay!
Now it's time for everybody's favourite, the bottom. Surprisingly, we struggled to pick a bottom 10. So we only did a bottom 5.
It's because there was too many like average shows. We're like, oh, it's not great, but we can't say that's the worst because it's fine.
In some ways, I feel like average is worse. You know, like at least if it's bad, it's like
there's something to talk about.
Yeah, something about it.
Yeah.
An average can sometimes be a worse crime than that,
Yeah.
100%.
A lot of them were
But not in this bottom fucking 5, I tell you what. These are actual crimes.
all right, go. I remember what the worst one was because literally...
We didn't even have to discuss the worst one. We were just like, what's the worst one? It's this.
Yeah, 100%.
It's coming.
All right, let's
And
go.
I think if you've listened to every episode, you'll probably know what we think the worst one of these shows is. But
Yeah.
let's go through the fucking pageantry and do the other 4. No, I'm just joking.
The fucking pageantry.
Number 5.
Pageantry.
Nice. This one... This one
Nice.
kind of, like, slipped in a little bit, just because we thought,
That's what she said.
you've got to do 5, don't you? Like, you can't do the worst 4 shows.
top 4.
After you've done the top 10 that doesn't make sense. We barely get away with the bottom 5. But we went with Disenchantment.
Oh, yeah. No,
This is
I
really-
really didn't like this.
Yeah, Kate really didn't like it. I didn't really care. But, again, I thought that it was boring. Is kind of unforgivable.
Did we watch more than one episode of this?
I think we forced ourselves to watch one more.
Yeah, we watched
because
like
it's
2 or 3, I think.
It's Matt Groening. Like, Futurama's amazing. The Simpsons is The Simpsons.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe they were just trying to set it up and they, like, fucked it up a little bit. But there's no jokes in it.
No.
Like, the only thing you thought was good was some guy dropped some balls.
Yeah.
And was just like, oh.
It was just like, yeah, the physical comedy, like just people falling over. And I was like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That was it.
In an animated thing, the physical comedy's the best part.
Nah.
Get a fucking real job.
I don't even think this show did very well. Like,
It's got
In
like 3.
general.
They're still making, like, it's got new episodes now.
really?
I think it's in like the 3rd season. So I think people are just watching it because it is what it is.
I wouldn't mind actually looking that up and seeing what audiences are thinking about it because maybe it's gotten better. I don't know.
Maybe you can check the IMDb.
I can't be bothered doing that right now.
All right, well, fuck it.
I'll get distracted and be like, ooh, Discord.
Yeah, don't look at your phone. Don't look at your phone.
I'm not going to look at my phone.
So yes, number 5, Disenchantment. Wasn't about it.
I really didn't like it. I thought the characters were like really cringe and it just...
I'm already sick of talking about it.
Yeah,
We've been
I
talking
just-
about it for like 5
I
seconds.
just can't be fucked, yeah.
Number 4. Fuck this show. It's Space Force.
Oh,
Boots on the moon. Boots on the moon.
Boots on the Moon.
Steve Carell trying to go to the moon. He sung and danced to that song.
Oh, it was so cringe.
It sucked. It fucking sucked. All the characters suck. He sucks. The show sucks. The story is not a thing.
There's nothing happening.
It wasn't good.
No.
It wasn't funny. If you just want to watch Steve Carell walk around in that weird character that he does that some people call comedy,
And sing.
fuck off.
What song was it? Was it like, I'm walking on sunshine or something like
I
that?
think it was Kokomo.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think of what Kokomo is.
Yeah.
Something fast and we can take it slow. Da, 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 da. I'm too sad from talking about this. Down in Kokomo, Hakuna Matata.
No.
You know Kokomo.
Down in Kokomo.
No, not even close.
Okay, I don't know. Fuck. Whatever.
Excellent.
I don't care to know.
Yeah, this song, if I gave a shit about Kokomo, this show would have ruined it for me.
Yeah, it played about 5 times in the show.
Fuck that show. I feel like we should have swapped this and that one just because I'm not going to get as emotional about this.
Oh.
But then again, I don't give a fuck about number 3 at all.
Maybe I'll get more emotional.
It was just made in the wrong time. And they should not have made this because it doesn't make sense. The Adrian and Dom's 2020. Yeah, exactly. Like lame, outplayed, not relevant.
No, I hated this.
Hipsters are not a thing in 2020.
Yeah. And it was just like hopping onto that fucking like, oh, COVID, let's do a relatable comedy thing about COVID.
Yeah, we're all in our houses.
I was like, this is so... You know what the common thread is between all these? They're fucking cringe.
Yeah.
I just hate cringe comedy. Like, I can't.
But it's not even...
It's not
that
even comedy.
Yeah, it's not even that it's cringe comedy because you can't say you hate cringe comedy because we fucking love like Peep Show.
Yeah, but that's clever.
Yeah. So it's not that you hate cringe comedy, it's that the comedy is cringe because it's not good.
Yeah. It's like they think it's good.
They haven't come up with a funny situation that makes you feel awful.
Yeah.
They've made jokes that aren't good on purpose to make you feel awful.
Yeah, I was not about this at all. They should not have released anything. I don't know what they were thinking.
No, they should just let it die. But obviously they needed money because it was COVID.
Yeah, I guess. Just film something in our house.
Just stop making things, guys. Or do something else. Soulmates was okay.
Even that wasn't
that was a
great.
stretch, yeah.
We didn't even watch a lot of that.
No, but it wasn't about hipsters.
Yeah. At
In
least
2020?
something different, yeah.
Come on. Pull your fucking head in.
You did get quite emotional about that.
It was dumb.
Yeah.
Who gave them the money?
Their parents? I don't know.
That's the joke. That's the joke in the show.
Yeah.
Is that the reality?
I guess.
It's like, oh, my dad paid for it. Fucking shut up.
Number 2.
Number 2.
I'm doing all this pageantry shit still. I don't know why.
Oh, I'm loving it because I don't have to do it. I get tired of being like, number 2.
Well, I'm being pretending I'm in a pageant.
Oh, nice.
Do you know what this?
Do you need a tiara or
the
something?
Crown. It's
World peace.
and world peace.
Number 2 is one that I'm going to do a little zoom in on your face for. It's Who is America? That's the one. So Sacha Baron Cohen's, I don't know if it's his latest thing, because he made that The Spy. Was that before or after? Or whatever. But this is another one of his character things. We did laugh at how fucked some of it was. But I don't need the puppy covers for guns for little kids. Just
yeah.
How fucked can this be?
Absurd is the word. Yeah.
And that's fine for a little bit. And I am one of those people who I love Ali G. I think it's very clever. And at the time that he was doing it, very funny.
Is that the 90s?
Yeah. And I loved it. I thought it was really good. He could have just stopped doing it.
Yeah. I'm just not really about this whole
make other people feel awful.
Yeah, just offensive comedy where just everyone comes out of it worse than they were.
Yeah, that's it.
It just makes me feel uncomfortable. Again, it's cringe.
Yeah, imagine if you were, say, the woman who works in the art gallery. You remember that?
Vaguely.
He pretends to be a prisoner who makes art out of his own shit.
Oh, yeah.
And imagine if you were that woman and you're telling a story and it's this guy came in and then I told him his art looked nice. And then he made me a painting, and then after that he told me that he's used his own shit as paint. But then it turned out it was Sacha Baron Cohen in a wig. People would be like, you're a fucking moron. Don't ever tell that story again. So you haven't gained anything.
Yeah.
It'd be like, oh, so you're on TV? Yeah, and touching someone's shit on a piece of paper. Well, it wasn't really shit. I don't care. It's not even a good story. She gained nothing from it. She just had a bad day. Nobody gains anything from these things.
I think the only thing I like Sacha Baron Cohen in is fucking Sweeney Todd.
Oh, yeah.
I like him in that. When he does his little song.
Yeah, and then he fucking dies.
Yeah, and he gets shoved in a trunk. It's funny.
He's in that movie, but you don't like him in that movie. You just like that movie.
I fucking love that movie.
There you go.
I feel like we're due watching that again.
Why not?
The song on the beach, when they're on the beach.
But they're not really on the beach?
No, yeah, they're just talking about it. I fucking love that movie.
Well, maybe we can watch it later.
Venom.
After we go and see Venom.
Venom.
I think it's time.
Oh, God.
Number 1!
Number 1!
If you haven't guessed what number 1 is yet, welcome to Pilot Error. The worst show that we have reviewed.
I don't even want to hear it.
Years of doing this. Years.
I don't want to hear it.
And a funny thing about it is that Kate's dad watched all of it.
Don't say that.
And he fucking loved it.
Don't mention this.
I love that fact. That is an amazing fact. The worst show that we have watched in the entire time we were doing this, and not even just for the podcast, just in general. This is the worst thing that I've seen. It's Insatiable. For anybody who doesn't remember, Insatiable is about a girl who's fat, and then she gets punched in the face during a robbery. She has to have her jaw wide shut, and then she loses a bunch of weight, so people think she's hot. So she uses the fact that she's hot to fuck up the lives of a bunch of people that she doesn't like, or who treated her badly when she was fat.
And then she starts doing pageants, and her trainer wants to fuck her.
It is poison. It is poison on film.
I just don't understand.
It was so gross, and it made me feel so uncomfortable, and all the colours are blown out as fuck, so everything is just bright and saturated and ugly as shit. Everybody is awful and creepy and gross.
I don't get it.
It made me feel awful.
Me too. So
and I hope that nobody ever fucking watches it. Because you are never going to get a positive message from the show, and all it's going to do is make you feel bad.
It's really bad for young people to watch this kind of thing.
It will be terrible for you. You should not think that any of these people are role models.
No. I wonder where it went from there. I mean, I don't want to know, actually. Forget that.
Just delete it from my memory, please. I only watched one episode.
I still remember it vividly because I was like, is this happening? Like, is this a fever dream? Is this actually a show that got made? Like,
it did.
What the fuck is happening?
It was disgusting.
Oh my God.
And I don't ever want to think about it again.
And
I'm really hoping that this is the fucking nail in the coffin, full stop at the end of the sentence. I never have to talk about or think about it again. Except for when I edit this fucking video.
No, it's definitely well deserved at that number one spot.
Fuck that show.
Agreed.
Honourable mentions for bad shows. So, this is kind of a list of stuff that was boring or didn't make sense or sucked. Here's a big one that's going to piss off a lot of people, but you know what? Fuck off. Altered Carbon.
I think that's the only one I knew, I guessed, before you said it.
Yeah, that was not very good. The CGI wasn't excellent. It was very ambitious. Too ambitious for what it was doing. You couldn't tell what was happening most of the time. They didn't explain anything that was going on, and they made up a bunch of words to fill in the gaps without explaining any of it. So you'd have to watch the entire season and and then eventually through context cues work out who's who and who gives a shit about what and like what's going on. Don't do that. Just something.
I don't really remember it very well, to be honest. I think it was like
there's nothing to remember. Most of the words they said didn't make sense because they hadn't established anything. It was like you had to fucking read an essay before you could watch the show.
Yeah.
It was dumb.
Oh, dear.
Did not care for it. Could not keep watching
right?
it. I think so. Could not keep watching it. Could not be bothered. CGI is not believable, and it's all CGI.
Yeah.
All of it. Another honorable mention was Nosferatu or Nos4A2. Do you remember this one?
Not really. It was like a Dracula thing.
Kind of, but not really. It was like about that girl who had a motorcycle, and if she went over this bridge, she'd end up in like different places. And then there was a girl who was a psychic, and she was a psychic by like Scrabble tiles or whatever.
Yeah.
Her like whole arm. The only cool thing was like she had this bag that was very small, but she could fit her whole arm like up to her shoulder in it and tell the future or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was about this guy who stole children for their essence or something and buried them in this ice. And we watched like 3 episodes of it, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, and I don't care anymore.
It was a bit nonsensical, and it was just like trying to be a bit too like artsy or something for its own good. It was like,
I have no idea what it was trying to do, but it wasn't good. Everything seemed really like overplayed. Like, there'd be dramatic music, but it's not like well formatted dramatic music. But you're like, this is obviously supposed to be dramatic, but it's kind of dumb.
I really thought it was going to be like a cool Dracula thing.
Yeah, it looked kind of cool. When we watched the trailer, and it looked really interesting.
It just wasn't what we thought.
It was crap.
Yeah.
Crap and boring. Get it out of my face. And the last one would be Panic, because I had such a big whinge about that.
Yeah. I mean, I think you wanted to put this in the bottom 5, and I was like, oh, no, like, I didn't think it was that bad.
You were correct. Like, it didn't deserve to be in the worst 5.
Yeah.
It doesn't deserve to be on any list with Insatiable at all.
No.
But it was fucking shit, though. You knew exactly what was going to happen every single time. None of the characters stuck to their character at all. Like, her friend like gets shitty at her for entering a competition anybody can enter for money when she knows that her friend is poor because she wants to go to university to be an actress even though her parents will definitely pay for it.
No, the characters were super inconsistent, and
Yeah.
I just thought like the stakes were going to be higher and that the games would be like a little bit more interesting, but it was just like jump off a cliff.
Off a cliff, yeah.
Like they might have gotten more intense later, but
I don't care.
yeah, I was considering continuing watching it, but I haven't, and I probably won't now because I just can't be bothered.
Yeah. There's nothing really in it for you.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the list. If you can think of it now, from this whole year, what's one thing that you would recommend that people watch? Not even just like that we've done, but just like for anything. Anything you've watched.
I don't know. I mean, the first thing I thought of was The Boys, but I feel like you want me to come up with something unique on the fly.
Just whatever. Can be a movie, can be a TV show, can be...
Do you have something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me. I want to know.
The one thing that I'd recommend that everybody watches that I saw this year would be the documentary Feels Good Man.
Oh, yeah.
It's about the guy who drew like Pepe the Frog before the internet took it, before 4chan and all that shit. Explains really well where it came from and then how it got integrated and then like why 4chan is seen as the way it is and like how it got from when it started to like the point it's at now. And then it's about this guy fighting to get... So there's like a list of symbols that are like hate symbols. And his drawing of a frog that he made for his own comic book is on the list of hate symbols acknowledged by America or the world or whatever. So it's about him trying to get ownership of his drawing back, so that it's not a hate symbol.
That's so crazy
for the world. But it does explain like how it became a hate symbol and like nobody meant it to do that. And it's not really a hate symbol. It's just like the way that things are manipulated to do that. It's like my favorite kind of documentary. A huge chunk of it is animated and they use like proper schematics to cover it, and it covers like a wide range of things. It gets a lot of people's like ideas about it, gives you a lot of viewpoints. I would recommend anything to anybody that I've seen this year. That would be it. Feels good, man. Go and watch it.
Yeah, I haven't actually watched that.
That's fucking right. And I would 100% watch it again. So
Yeah,
we should rent it and watch it again.
We should definitely watch it, yeah.
It was so excellent.
How did you watch that one?
I had to rent it on Amazon, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But I was waiting for it, like from when it got announced.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting. I still have not thought of anything.
Excellent.
I was trying to think of like a movie that I've watched this year that I was like, this is a fucking best movie.
Well, what about your fucking, that TV show that you watched that you said was like the only thing?
Yeah, Clickbait.
Do you think that would be the one thing you've seen sort of this year that you'd recommend to people?
I recommended that to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And everyone, because I don't really like strongly recommend things.
No, but I remember you strongly recommending that.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that. Okay, that's a good one. Because I was just
I got you back, mate. Got you back forever.
That was just like a really solid like thriller TV show. I love a show that keeps you guessing and has lots of twists and turns, and like, yeah, I think I said when I spoke about it that I can usually guess from the get-go like what's going to happen and, you know, who the murderer is and, you know, and I just literally had no idea until the last moment, and I was genuinely shocked. And it was just, yeah, it was such a good journey. It was such a ride. And yeah, everyone I've recommended it to was like, oh my God, yes, like so good. Yeah, that's a good one, Josh. Thank you for that.
You are very welcome.
Yeah, Clickbait. Everyone go and watch that, 100%.
That's it, guys. Thank you for being part of our first video episode. Thanks for listening. We made 100 of these. So
I can't believe it.
If you listen to even one, thank you.
Yes,
if you
we love you.
watched one of our videos, thank you. We're having like heaps of fun doing all this shit.
Yeah.
And we're just going to keep doing it because I'm going to get fired soon. So
Not fired, redundant. It's different.
Yeah, but fired sounds like I'm a bit cooler. Redundant sounds like I'm fucked up.
No, fired means you fucked up. What are you talking
Redundant sounds like I'm useless.
about? Oh, yeah, I suppose. It's like, don't need you anymore. Fuck off.
So that when I become redundant, I can do this more. If you could like share this shit, that would be sick.
Yes, please do. Make Josh's dreams come true.
Yeah, I'd really like to just be able to be at home for long enough for my back to not hurt anymore. That would be awesome.
Let's not talk about our ailments. We're here all day.
I'm old.
We're here all day. Oh my God. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching and listening.
Thanks for watching or listening. It's going to be both. I'm going to put them out as both. So this might be a bit awkward if you are only listening to this. But guess what, idiot? There's a fucking video. So
Should have watched that.
What a dick.
If you want to contact us, you can contact us on our social media pipes. We have TikTok at PilotAeropod. Josh has been on there lately, putting some really good shit on there.
I'm doing my best.
Instagram, email, pilotaeropodcast@gmail.com, Twitter. What else we got? YouTube.
We're still in what will soon be the metaverse.
The metaverse?
Currently known as Facebook.
Oh, right. Is it? Oh, yeah, it's called Meta, right? Yeah.
Well, it says brought to you by Meta at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what those fuckheads are doing.
But yeah, if you use Facebook, you can go on there.
Yeah, if you do, you do you, mate.
Whatever. We don't care. As long as you like, subscribe, share, and send us a little message of anything you want us to do or watch.
We love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For everything. And
to the next 100. Cling. Empty Coke can.
My thing's very far.
That's fine.
Thanks, guys. We love you.
Bye.